messages sent on his broke ass. I don't want your number. Time. Who?
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. The Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Right now, like,
point it right, 180!
Yeah, what the fuck? Lagging OD.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Come on, set! 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Check 50, check 50. Go.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And this one complete to Will Fuller.
Oh my God.
All the way down to the 36-yard line. A big-time play there for the Texans. 45 yards.
I gotta... Yeah.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. On the counter, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Browns drive about to get started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mayfield looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Jones. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
60 outlaw.
Oh, man.
On 1st and 10, Jones. It's complete to Fuller. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 39, Jones. Going to throw right side here, complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. Jones heading up here first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
61, match box.
On second down, Dillon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
Man, what the fuck?
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This is the tight end, Njoku. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Batted away by the rookie out of Kentucky, Lonnie Johnson.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Mayfield, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. The return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
16 yards. First down, Texans.
Hey.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Hurry.
Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Texans 3.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Ringo. Here we go.
From the 38, Jones. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On third down, here's Peyton. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Throwing Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Boykin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn the block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Recon, 152 fighter. Here we go. 6 guys. Check 6.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Hey, wahoo! Mark 52, Mark 52. Chopper! Let's go.
Here's Jones. Off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And the Texans push further out in front. The point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. Nifty move. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Jones. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Jones going to throw again. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Go. 70, Indy.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. Go. Rock it.
Now Jones operating from the gun. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Mark Andrews as the first half is winding down. And the Texans push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Thank you.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Oh, what's up, sexy?
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams.
What? He
And
got
a short gain
pancaked.
across
How
the
did he get up
15
so
to the
fast?
17-yard line. Give him a couple on the
That
run
bitch,
there.
bro,
It'll be
that thing was
2nd
on
and
his
13.
back, and out of nowhere, he
Throwing down
up
stuff to
tackled me.
put this
Like, what
offense
the
in precarious
fuck?
position. We know that securing the
Shit,
point of attack,
boy.
especially against the
Niggas be
big body guys in the
mad.
middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Pull it high. Hey, box drop.
I ain't seen no shit like that yet.
Off play action. Jones. He's got Fuller. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
X3, 218, chop.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Set, 90, roll, 61, matchbox, lights.
Jones now. Off play action. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
Who is?
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
No, not you, nigga.
Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
You're straight.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And
Boy, who's that too
incomplete.
big, bro?
Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Nah, that man,
Well,
Danny
partner, I
Don,
think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success Finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 7.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield.
Grant, don't pin.
He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry.
Boy, that was your
but
pick,
now it's
boy.
third
Don't
down.
drop that
The
shit.
frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. On third down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Started out poor with plans on more.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You're such a faggot.
Jones to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18.
Right? Yeah.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Oh, my God, he's wide open. You got to make that throw, bro.
End zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. He pitches it out. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Just like that.
Again, it's Williams. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. And his kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 1, Mayfield. And that's incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
You know what you could have made yourself do? Sleep. Exactly what you could have done. You would have went to bed.
So they come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for.
They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Letting one go. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
26 small. You. 26, Mike. 26.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And again, it's Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Browns score.
Happy now.
Nick Chubb with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead now down to 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away
from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. He got 29 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
What could you buy with 10 million coins? Oh, we had 10 million. I'm bugging. Yeah. That shit's crazy.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the run, it's Peyton. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
He finds his target, Beckham, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 53 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
Yeah, just go to pending invites.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
I just put it on Sim because
The
Dre said
Texans
he wants to bring
offense
in
ready
people
to go
that,
here
that
for their
play
next
Sim, and I have a lot
drive.
of my
They've
guys
really
play
distanced
both.
themselves. They have put the
Just a
pedal
fit.
to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Texans on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jones now. Off the play fake. Wide open receiver complete. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Williams. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now.
Daniel Dimes.
He'll boot it away from about his 35.
No, I won't.
On the return is Williams. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 98 yards. And the Browns get a score closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Just lower his rating.
Possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Like that.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that
AB
many
is fine.
points.
I'm going to leave AB in
allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions.
All right, well,
Meanwhile,
if you are fast enough to sign
it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.
Because AB didn't retire.
So
every
for our
league
entire crew,
keeps AB.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
You're gonna be tight if you don't sign him fast enough. Nah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Free agency. I mean, week 1. No, it's set. It literally shows before you do it. Freaking sped. Yes, it does. Bro, it shows. Okay, but if I'm advancing to week 1, it shows if you signed him in preseason. I'm not gonna advance it. It's gonna say preseason sign. Yeah. I'm not doing it in week 4 of the preseason, no. Week 1 free agency is open. Hey, Will Fuller got Moss. You know what I'm talking about. No, I don't want him. Probably not even gonna get him, bro. Hey, bro, them niggas be on that shit. You gotta listen to him. You gotta make the, start the negotiation, and as soon as it hits 8 o'clock, just press X. Nah, you'll pop up back in it. Yeah. President. Alright, let me see. Not now. Shit, man. Bro, what? Oh.
Shoulder still. I can old school bump him with the shoulder still or shoulder still. Box him up. You want the David Blaine or the Holyfield? Either way. Either way. What else? He's tragic at the end. David Blaine, Holyfield. So I got magic in his hands. I ain't like these other battle rappers. They talk too much. And I can't use that word in this battle. My nigga, I just call it.
hell are you watching?
Keeping the lights on won't keep you safe.
Nigga just said love you lose yourself was trash. He's bugging. I know. I don't know, he's just doing like the trash vs fire old school jams. Put Eminem on. He's bugging. Niggas just be hating. This nigga's pretty. But this song is good. This song is good though. This niggas is stupid.
Hey guys, it's Logan. I'll tell you the story of why I got emergency flown to a hospital in a different state. We were in the car and I dropped the aux cord between the seat and the center console, and I was determined to get it out. but I got my hand stuck and it just would not come out. So after an hour and a half, we called 911. I was extremely embarrassed and my parents didn't even know this was like happening. So the firemen came, put a bunch of lube in my hand, and they kept pulling on my arm. My head was on the horn, so whatever they would pull, it would blow the horn. They pulled it out, but there were a lot of concerns. So then I got taken to the hospital where I met my mom. The doctors thought I had compartment syndrome, which is really bad, so they decided I need to go to a specialist in Baltimore. I was terrified. It became a limb-threatening injury, and I took a helicopter to Baltimore. Hey guys, it's Logan. I'm
Sacate tu pods. Dos, tres, cuatro, come on. Slide, come on. Sacate tu pods. Dos, tres. Tryna hide from the camera, I ain't going outside today. Couldn't find that tick, so I'm drinking on egg today. I'ma put up a star, we gon' do a drive-by in the rain. I'ma take it to trial, pray the Lord I beat the case. Tryna hide from the I didn't know anything. Let me tell you about this chick from the West Coast. Light skin. Baby hair.
Ladies, it's 2020. We can't be afraid to shoot our shot. Baby boy, hi, how are you? I'm Naya. Do you have a girlfriend? No, do you want one? Ladies, it's 2020. We can't be afraid to shoot our shot. Baby boy.